This video is brought to you by Sheath. Back in 2014, I remember seeing this anime music video making the rounds on the internet. It went by the name of Me, and it featured some really cute anime girls dancing around in their lewd outfits. I was like, yeah, I gotta check this one out. I mean, I'm a sucker for girls with this kind of haircut, and it made me think about stalking from Panty and Stocking. What's not to like? So, being the absolute buffoon that I was and still might be, I decided to watch this music video in my living room, on my laptop, near my family, on a Sunday after church. Let's just say that when the turquoise girl flipped over on her back, I slammed my laptop shut and noped right out of that video. And guess what? I never finished it. I forgot to. Years later, someone on my Twitter said, "Hey Saber, you should talk about that music video." And I was like, oh, that's right. I still gotta finish that. I live alone now. I can do whatever I want. And I finished it. And that was absolutely not what I expected the rest of the video to be about. Guys, no joke. I literally stopped the video right before it got weird. I was expecting more pastel-colored dancing anime girls with their bouncy personalities, not something this dark and thought-provoking. There's so much to unpack here, with its symbolism, themes, and overall visual presentation. And guys, I swear that I am not praising this music video for the reasons you think I am. I'm not. Stop looking at me like that.
It's called hentai, and it's art.
So, what are the origins behind Me? Well, it was written, directed, and visualized by artist Hibiki Yoshizaki. We also have the musical talent of Teddy Lloyd and the singer Dayoko. Probably said that wrong. All of them worked together with the assistance of the legendary studio Kara. Probably said that wrong too. But this is a studio known for their work on the rebuild of Evangelion film series. According to my sources, Me was featured at the Japan Animator Expo, which was an effort to showcase the talent of rising artists in the world of anime. And needless to say, Me made quite the splash in 2014. I was sad to discover that, as of December of 2018, the website of Japan Animator Expo was closed off to the public. So there hasn't been any updates on that front in the past few years. Bummer. But yeah, Me was a viral hit and definitely made the rounds on the internet, except for apparently me. A year later, a remix version of the video was dropped with new animation that wasn't in the original. And the same team would return in 2015 with another music video called Girl, a music video that is just as vibrant and heavy in its symbolism as Me. Hell, we even see the boyfriend and girlfriend from Me at the end of Girl. Oh, spoilers. On that note, let's check out Me. Me. That was a really bad joke. I am so sorry. So, what's the music video about? Well, it starts off with a cute intro animation for the Japan Animator Expo. After that, we find ourselves in a small apartment in Japan, with a young guy laying on his bed, staring blankly towards his television. I like how there are things in the room that say a lot about who he is. The room is a mess. It has anime figures, and there are cigarette butts littered everywhere. Lots of visual clues to establish who this guy is, his hobbies, his lifestyle, and even things that will come into play later on in the video, like that gun. We then jump into the abstract world via the television screen, as a wave of soft-colored, bouncy anime girls are unleashed upon the viewer, and the guy too. And when I say bouncy, I mean it, both with the music and especially with the visuals. Also, y'all have probably noticed the presence of triangles in this video, which I will weigh in on here in a bit. But things start to take a tonal shift as the pastel colors are traded for red and black, and we are introduced to this new character who has 4 eyes and is wearing a mask. Also, the lewd girls, who are still just as lewd, if not more so, have taken a darker turn, and the visuals kick up on the psychedelic meter. Also, our guy here starts to panic, and is, and I'm just relaying what's happening on the screen, smothered by giant breast. If we all could be so lucky. Jokes aside, this is where things start to get serious, and the la-di-da bouncy girls become menacing, with this four-eyed girl straight up crawling through the television set and attacks the guy. A girl who, when the mask is removed, looks a lot like his ex-girlfriend, which we'll see here in a bit. This demon girl even spits into the guy's mouth, which, yeah, I'm not showing this on YouTube. It's not happening. But I interpret that visual as a way of saying that our main character here is drowning in his addiction, that he's being fed more and more via this conduit of otaku culture. These girls, this lifestyle, this passion, he's being enslaved to his own vices, and it cost him his relationship with his girlfriend. And these pictures make it abundantly clear that they had some good times. Also, the Evangelion Easter egg right there, which is very appropriate considering the studio and the people involved in this production. Also, remember the triangle? Well, there you go. The guy, the girlfriend, and then what I see as another version of the guy, who is like a manifestation of his addictions and choosing to walk away from his girlfriend. Also, I wonder if the demon girl is supposed to look like his girlfriend because that's what he wanted her to be like. He wanted his girlfriend to mirror his otaku dream girls, but she's not like that, and maybe that is why things fail. We then get this FPS sequence a la Doom style, where our dude dons this battle armor and starts blasting away at the lewd girls, which I interpret that as a moment where the guy actually summoned his strength to fight off his addiction and to save his relationship with his girlfriend and try to stop this crippling addiction. At the end, our main character is overwhelmed by a legion of otaku girls, which are being led by the four-eyed demon girl, and they launch their barrage of breast machine guns. Also, this demon girl is starting to look more like an angel, like a Bible angel in its description. And despite our guy's best efforts, he falls to his addiction, and his girlfriend is no longer a part of his life. And we see his remains being torn up and feasted upon by the anime girls. And that's the end of the video. Depressing conclusion, right? It's even more so with the translated lyrics. This one bit in particular is very telling. Always, always. We were always together, weren't we? Always, always. I was always thinking of you. You also felt this way. You were the same. These feelings of ours consumed everything. Back then, I was willing to keep on living. You said that I reflected the true you. You, filled with sadness, filled with hatred, began idolizing me. This idol you praise isn't me. She doesn't exist. Back then, she was convenient for you. Patchwork of memories. Now, there are more lyrics, of course, but in summary, we can conclude that these two individuals drifted apart, how they had their good times, how they were passionately in love, and how everything came crashing down due to the guy's addiction to his hobbies and lifestyle, and how he could not overcome it. The music video is called Me, 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 and that is most likely due to the selfish nature of the guy and how he refused to give up on his passions. Passions that were, when revealed, are addictions in disguise. That, or maybe the me, me, me is more due to the otaku lifestyle itself and how demanding it is of the people who participate in it. I'll be real, I'm not very knowledgeable of otaku culture, but from what I can tell, it is a hobby where passions run very high, with how committed people can become with their anime figures and idol girls. For all intents and purposes, they're geeks. They're nerds, they're geeks. That's what they are, and I can understand the stigma that surrounds them. And I guess that's a main pillar of the commentary here. It's a way of life that can blot out everything else that's in your life. And here's the thing. Addictions can take many forms, and otaku culture is just a single tendril of that monster. But at the end of the day, it's art, and that means it is subjective. So, to each their own, for what they take away from this music video. As long as it's not a demon anime girl crawling through your TV set. Maybe you do want that. Again, to each their own. In conclusion, Me 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 is a music video that is so much more than what first impressions would lead you to believe. That first minute of video draws you into a lewd world, but then turns on a dime as the lewdness ends up being a rope that is tightening around your neck. There's a story here, and I personally believe that it was told incredibly well with its visuals, lyrics, and symbolism. It's thought-provoking, and I dwelled on it for days just thinking about it and how the music video wanted to display the dangerous pitfalls of addiction, even with something as seemingly harmless as cute, smiling anime girls. This poor guy had inner demons, and he lost. And that stuck with me. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. I noticed like in 2020, where it's like, hey, it's the Me 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 dance, but with some other anime girl here on TikTok? What's this about? Is this a copy? No, the song is called Hai Phut Hun. I'm probably butchering that. It was done by these Vietnamese artists, Phao and CM1X. I'm sorry for saying your name's wrong too. But the dance here, featuring 02 from the anime Darling, you got her jumping back and forth, doing the little high elbow dance like the Me 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 girl, and it became very popular on TikTok with like other folks doing their own versions of it, whether it's animated or live action, as in like people doing the dance in person, and to the point where the dance was even being mirrored in mobile game ads. Like it became that popular, that far-reaching. And I was like, did they rip off Me Me Me? No, the original dance was paying homage, but like it was an interesting resurgence to see nonetheless. If anything, this upload is just proof that I need to do a dedicated video that is a deep dive into the world of animated music videos. It's a genre of animation that has a massive amount of creativity and variety, whether it's Gorillaz or Daft Punk or Studio Killers. There's a lot to cover, so I'll definitely have to give this subject a proper review in the future. Till then, cover your screens and make sure your parents don't see you watching this unholy anime lewdness. Mom, no, I wasn't watching hentai. I was watching VeggieTale songs. Wait, why is Larry wearing lingerie? Oh no. So a big shout out to this video sponsor, Sheath. So a few months ago, I got a bunch of Sheath underwear, boxer briefs no less. And let me tell you, they're so much better than whitey tighties. They're so much better than boxers. Boxer briefs are like the pinnacle on the pyramid of undergarments. Well, you know, below lingerie, but I don't wear that. And they call them sheath for a good reason. You got this pouch action at the front of the crotch where you can take your boys, your blade, and your balls and just tuck it right into there and have it perfectly, like, established. That's the wrong word. Contained. There you go. It's like a compartment. Actually, there's like 3 compartments, but like my favorite one is taking... Did you guys imagine hearing me talk about my junk? Like that's the reality we live in right now. You are now envisioning Saberspark's junk.
Oh no, he's hot!
My mom watches these videos. God have mercy on my soul. Okay, so imagine the pouch. It's like a kangaroo pouch for your Joey, and it helps you to keep your junk from sticking to your thighs, and that is a godsend. Let me tell you what. The chafing, gone. Less readjusting. Everything is in its compartment and secured, and it's so nice. And also because everything is separated, there is less of a smell, which is a huge bonus. Like, sheath was invented by this US Army soldier who came up with the idea during his second tour in Iraq. And he was like hot as hell, and his boys were not doing so hot, and he needed them to breathe. And voila, he came up with sheath. And what a great name for the company. It is so appropriate, let me tell you. So sheath keeps your boys cool, keeps them secured, keeps them comfortable, keeps them from chafing when you're doing exercise or gym or even your daily routine. They are excellent. So if you want to keep your junk secured and cool, then click the link down below and use the code Saberspark at checkout or go to sheathunderwear.com/Saberspark to get up to 20% off your order. I'm literally wearing my sheath right now, and I don't know what could be a better recommendation than that, so go check them out.